What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you, know what that means, a review for Monday Night Raw. First things first, I'm going to get everybody to hit that like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button so you know when I drop a video. Also, for those who are not subscribed, do all those great things because you need to become part of the tribe. So you always get these great wrestling review videos, get to see my lovely WWE title, which I'm kind of thinking of getting the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, as you could do all those great things, hit that subscribe, like, share buttons, and just become part of the tribe. And those who are subscribed to my channel and the new subscribers that just subscribed to my channel, thank you, appreciate you, love you. Now I just need you to just continue doing what you're doing, is like, watching, and share. With that being out the way, because we got to go to 100 subscribers, so do all those great things. Let's get into it. Somewhat of an eventful night for Monday Night Raw. We had we started off with, I think, Bobby Lashley. Because it was so much that happened in that first segment, I forgot who started off the show. But yeah, I think it was Bobby Lashley and MVP cutting the promo about how they can go into WrestleMania, defeat Drew, and still Bobby Lashley still remain champion to still be in the almighty era, as they call it. Then we get interrupted by Drew McIntyre himself, who said he just gave like a rundown of their history, how they both was in WWE for trying to fight their way to this moment. But then, everything got sidetracked. They even both was gone from WWE, and then it took them, 16, 17 years to get back to WWE and to this moment. And but they said, Drew said, but the similarities in there as where I got my WWE championship, when I got my first WWE championship, he beat Brock Lesnar in the main event. He went through, the Royal Rumble match to become the Royal Rumble winner. Beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, all that great things. And he told Bobby Lashley, he said what Bobby Lashley did was he basically jumped him from behind, beat him up to allow the Miz to cash in, to become champion, and then he just took it from the Miz because I guess he tried to say it was easier for him to take it from the Miz than from him. But then you get interrupted. I think the Miz came out too. I forgot the Miz came out. But then Bobby Lashley with Victoria said that he worked hard just as much as Drew and earned his WWE championship, which is not all the way true. You did kind of like gift wrap it to yourself, but story, right? Yeah. Then I forgot. The Miz came out first before Drew McIntyre, but the Miz was there too. He tried to talk his way into the main event of WrestleMania by trying to convince Bobby Lashley that it should be them two in the main event of WrestleMania instead of him and Drew. Because it was announced that it will be Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, where the rumors were suggested that the winner of the Sheamus and Drew McIntyre match at Fastlane was going to be for the #1 contendership to Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. But sadly, that's not the case. I guess the match at Fastlane is just to settle the grudge between between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. But all that would lead into the first match of the night, which was Drew McIntyre versus The Miz. Drew did, in the promo, he did warn The Miz that if he didn't just tuck tail and run, because he owed him one, he said if he do this match with him tonight, he will get brutalized, he will get beaten and made an example out of. That's if he chose to actually go through with the match, which The Miz did. It was I forgot the fact that the best part about that promo was that everybody got jumped. The Miz would jump. The Miz and John Morrison would jump Sheamus, not Sheamus, but Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus with Bobby Lashley. Which sets up, later on tonight, it was going to be Bobby Lashley versus Sheamus, and then you got Drew versus The Miz coming up right here. But even despite being jumped, the Drew McIntyre was able to fight through it, and he brutalized The Miz like he said he was going to do, and ended up hitting the Claymore kick to The Miz for the win. Or no, actually he was going for the win, but then to send a message to Bobby Lashley, he put Miz in the Hurt Lock and made Miz tap out for the win. Let's see. Then you got Braun Strowman, who basically called Shane out after what happened and what transpired last week, and Braun ended up challenging because he was so upset at The Miz saying McMahon, that it ended up he ended up challenging Shane McMahon to a match later on tonight. And then Shane, he basically was like, okay, yeah, now I'm calling you stupid. You really are stupid this time for challenging me. And since if you want a match tonight, fine, I'll give you a match. You're on, me and you tonight. So I like that promo because it actually it's set up for Fastlane, but it might also set up for WrestleMania. Who knows? We got a funny little backstage promo with R-Truth. He was channeling Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I think today when this video goes out is Austin 316 day. So I think that's what today is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think today is Austin 316 day. But that was the whole segment. R-Truth was basically, he had a moment with Lana and Naomi and Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose where he tried to get them to drink some beer, and they said they can't drink because they got a match coming up. But it was, I guess, he would challenge his inner Stone Cold Steve Austin. Even had Stone Cold's ring gear on. Let's see, what else did we get? We did get the Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Did I say Naomi and Lana? Yeah, Naomi and Lana versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. I'm guessing whoever wins it was setting up for them to be a future tag team championship match with Nia and Sonya. But the whole thing of the night was that Sonya was going to have a one-on-one with the returning Asuka, who returned earlier than predicted or the rumor said she was. The rumor said she was originally might miss WrestleMania and was going or be out until like maybe a week or two before WrestleMania, but she ended up coming back today or yesterday, and she made her presence felt in doing this match as Nia and Sonya was at ringside. They end up brawling at ringside. They had to be separated by referees. The match itself between them was kind of like sidelined. That's why it's like this. It was hard to talk about this match because it was about them until Asuka came out, and then it was like they took a back burner, but ended up Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke ended up getting a surprise win over Naomi and Lana, which I guess is supposed to be them having a future match with with Nia and Sonya. Then we would get a backstage segment with Bad Bunny and R-Truth again, who basically looked like he was trying to sneak up on Bad Bunny, but then he really just gave Bad Bunny like some great Stone Cold gifts, and he even had the WWE Smoking Skull Championship belt that he presented to Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny was basically like, well, what did you want in return for all these gifts? And he just said he just want his baby back. He want the 24/7 championship, and he did. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest discussed it, and then Bad Bunny relinquished the title back to R-Truth, which R-Truth was like what the like 50 or 60th time 24/7 champion. We got a video package for Rhea Ripley again. Still no actual, set time, I guess, when she's supposed to return, but I'm hearing that she's supposed to return soon. But it just said coming soon in a video package. We would get the Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon match, and it was okay. It was decent, even though it wasn't a match. I guess I said it as a match, but it really wasn't a match. Shane McMahon wouldn't get in the ring to start the match, and it just kept pissing Braun off. And I guess the whole thing about their rivalry is that Shane is trying to prove that Braun, even though Braun is big and strong and intimidating, he's just really stupid and don't know how to use his brains. And then he even said earlier tonight, you want brains versus Braun. Even talked to him. I said, well, technically, Braun, like he was trying to say Braun was stupid. Braun, I forgot to say too in that promo, Braun painted saying like he was one of his bullies from when he was in school, who used to tease him for being big and strong, but saying that he was stupid. But that's what led to this. And then Shane McMahon wouldn't even start the match. He kept taunting Braun, like trying to say he was trying to warm up before the match. Braun would end up getting mad and chase Shane McMahon and end up catching Shane. They start fighting. I guess like I said, the match was never really officially started. And Shane would end up getting the upper hand over Braun after hitting him over the head with a TV camera. And he repeatedly hit him over the head, put him on the table and drove him through the table with a diving elbow. He even poured paint on him to humiliate him even further, and kept calling him stupid. But this was we will find out later on in the night that this will be a setup for Fastlane. Like I said, it also could be WrestleMania too, because this could continue into WrestleMania. But for right now, it's a setup for Fastlane. This Sunday, it will be Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman at Fastlane. We got Damian Priest Damian Priest with Bad Bunny versus Jackson Ryker with Elias. And it was a good one-on-one between Jackson Ryker and Damian Priest. And Damian Priest got his usual stuff in. It was a quick one too. He ended up beating Jackson Ryker real quick. But the main caveat of the match was Bad Bunny getting hit in the back with a guitar from The Miz. Cause I think The Miz, I forgot earlier that I think it was the same promo with R-Truth, I want to say, but it was a promo with, I forgot, with Damian Priest and Bad Bunny was also messing with The Miz and them talking to him about his recent string of losses and bad luck, and that's why The Miz came out during the match to hit Bad Bunny in the back with the guitar, because Elias had, after Jackson got beat by Damian Priest, Elias jumped Damian Priest and was getting ready to use the guitar on Damian Priest, but Bad Bunny would grab the guitar from Elias and throw it back out the ring, and Damian Priest would take care of Elias. But then The Miz, John Morrison would come out and distract both Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, and then The Miz would pick up the guitar, sneak into the ring, hit Bad Bunny in the back with it, and then run off before Damian Priest could attack The Miz, which allowed the referees and then to come to the ring and check on Bad Bunny. And, I guess he had to be stretchered out. We did get then we got a backstage promo with Alexa Bliss, and basically taunting Randy Orton, saying, "Hey, you wanted me out of your life so bad, you're gonna have to kick me out of it." And she challenged Randy Orton to a match at Fastlane, with Randy Orton accepting. He did. Randy Orton also has his own promo, and he basically accepted Alexa Bliss's challenge. We would get United States Championship match with Matt Riddle versus Mustafa Ali, and it looked like sometimes it looked like Mustafa had the win, but due to a mistake done by T-Bar, I think it was Retribution. It allowed Riddle to hit Mustafa with the Bro Derek and get the pinfall, which allowed Riddle to retain the title. Mustafa Ali went off on T-Bar and the Retribution for trying to interfere because he said he had it and he blamed the loss on them. Which what else I'm forgetting here? Oh yeah, okay. Then the next match will be Asuka, Asuka versus Sonya Blazer, and the match of course the build up to it was that Asuka was out of action for a couple of weeks due to getting her teeth knocked out by Sonya Blazer, and Sonya and her put on a great match. Asuka came out with this newfound aggression. Sonya had her usual aggression, but I think the match ended with Sonya trying to put her in the headlock, or I think it was her submission hold, her signature submission, but it looked like it was a headlock. But Asuka would reverse it into a roll up, pinning Sonya, but Sonya wouldn't let go. But then Asuka got back up and actually brutalized Sonya. Was getting ready to she even ripped the turnbuckle padding off the turnbuckle. Looked like she was gonna try to bust all her teeth out of her mouth. But she even took Sonya's mouth guard out, and right before that, but the referee would get in the way and stop her from doing it. Thus ending that match. But yeah, Asuka won that match. We would get the Hurt Business versus the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Championship. That match was actually a surprise, one of the best matches of the night. Actually, for the first time, a tag team match was actually one of the best matches of the night. It went back and forth. The Hurt Business, it looked like it could have went either way. Hurt Business got the usual sitting dominance in, but at the end, the New Day pulled off to become what I think like the 12th or 13, maybe 14 time tag team champions. But yeah, the New Day won to become the new champions, and then we get the main event of the night. But right before the main event, Drew McIntyre will come out and cut a promo, the finish cut, I guess the promo he started with at the beginning of the night, saying that just basically how he's going to go into WrestleMania, dominate, and become the new WWE champion, but that he was going to take a seat at ringside to watch the match between Sheamus and Bobby Lashley, because he also got to deal with Sheamus and this Sunday. So he ended up sitting there at ringside, and Bobby Lashley came out, then Sheamus. They had a good back and forth match, and you know what? I actually can't remember who won this match. I know what happened at the end. I just didn't know what. I didn't know, because I think I know at the end Drew McIntyre attacked. Drew McIntyre did attack Sheamus and stuff at the end, and Bobby Lashley. But I can't remember if Bobby Lashley won or if Sheamus won, or it was just like a no contest because Drew McIntyre interfered. I'll let y'all guys know in a minute. Yeah, I honestly I have to go watch this again, because I could not remember how the match went. Okay, yeah, Bobby Lashley won with the spear. He speared, I think Sheamus was going for the bro kick, Yeah, I remember now. Samuels was going for the bro kick and would get speared by Bobby Lashley for the win. And then Drew McIntyre would get into the ring. You know, Bobby Lashley taunted Drew. Bobby Lashley taunted Drew with the title, and then Bobby Lashley would taunt Drew with the title, and then they got distracted by the still down Sheamus, and Bobby Lashley would get the what you would call it down what's Drew's Claymore kick. He would get Claymore kick by Bobby Lashley out the ring, while he would Claymore kick Bobby Lashley out the ring, signifying his tail, taunting him that he's going to be the new WWE champion at WrestleMania. But yeah, that was it. That's all that night's matches. What if I had to grade tonight's show or yesterday's show? I would give it 8 big ups, just because it was a decent outing. I mean, it built up to Fastlane pretty nicely, given how the last pay-per-view Raw did not build up to it so great, but this one built up to it pretty nicely. I think the only thing I really didn't care about match wise was Naomi and Lana versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Yeah, I think, and that's it. I think that was the only match I didn't really care. That's the only match I didn't really care about. Yeah, I think everything else was cool. Like all the promos was good. All the matches were good. Except I don't have a problem with none of the matches. I like the Matt Riddle match, and the United States match, the United States Championship match. I like that match. I don't think any match on here was bad. No, I don't think any match or potential match was on here bad. The only match I didn't like was the Dana Brooke versus Mandy Rose, because I'm really not that invested in the women's tag team championship picture right now. But that could all change towards WrestleMania. But that's all I got. But yeah, that's my review. That's my thoughts on yesterday's Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you thought about Monday Night Raw. Let me know in the comments, what you thought about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe you could change my mind on certain points. Or maybe you have some opinions that you want to share. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit this button right here for more of my amazing WWE reviews. Hit this button right here for more to subscribe to my channel. Hit this button right here to subscribe to my channel. Hit this one up there for more of my Raw reviews, or hit any one of these great videos for more of my amazing content. Remember, hit this button right here to subscribe. Become part of the tribe. Also like and share. And hey, see you in the next one. Peace.